Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is HG's dad and this is another Raid Shadow Legends video. I mentioned yesterday on the video that I hadn't necessarily completed all of the Faction Wars stages, and so today I decided to, concentrate on the Undead Hordes and see what I could do. I had 3-starred all the way up through 20, I believe. We can look at that here in a minute. But I just wanted to see if I could cobble together a team. Ended up taking me quite some time. You can see that the run itself took over 13 minutes. And right at the end, I had to take over and manual it just to make sure that it made it through. So this is definitely not a full auto team. Although the first 2 stages were basically full auto. I just focused on, the Errol in the second stage, and then focused on an individual Valkyrie. There are 3 of them, so taking them out one at a time seemed to be the best approach. But anyway, this is the team. I'm gonna kind of walk through it and show you, how I have them geared. Nothing special. I did have to change the gear out on Mausoleum Mage and Ultimate Death Knight, which is nice that the free gear swap is going on right now. I think it ends tonight, but I was able to do that without spending a bunch of extra silver doing that. Of course, I did spend a bunch of silver, upgrading some gear and some things like that, but at least I didn't have to pay to swap it out. You do see I did get a Lego book out of the deal, and obviously I'll have to come back and 3-star it at some point, but just getting one of the books was good enough for tonight. Let's go ahead and look. Yeah, so I do have it 3-star all the way through stage 20. And like I said, I'll work on improving the gear and improving the champs a little bit better. Maybe even come up with a different comp to 3-star it, because this current one doesn't have nearly enough control. Doesn't have, yeah, control is the keyword there, and this team doesn't have a whole lot of it. Alright, so let's go back here and look at the individual champions that I used to do it. Again, nothing special. I actually, probably the biggest thing I did is I did take Gorgorob from 50 to 60, and that, that's helpful. And I think I put a few books into them as well, which the books I've actually landed decently. None of them went into the A1, so that's beneficial. Go here to recently used. Look at Little Miss Annie here. You can see I've got her in a, kind of mismatch of gear, a fatal set, a resilient set, and a perception set. Nothing super special. I mean, her attack is strong. Obviously, at, almost 7,000. I guess we can look at the totals here. Yeah, so almost 7,000 attack, 46,000 HP. Pretty squishy on the defense, pretty slow. Obviously, I don't have the crit rate and the crit damage where you'd want them to be. Decent accuracy, okay resistance. Again, not a super great build, but that's sort of what I had her built in. I did recently pick up the 4-star soul, so that's a nice thing to have. You can see I don't even have all of her masteries, but I do have her going down to tier 6. So, and because she's got a multi-hitter, giving her Giant Slayer over War Master. So that's her UDK. I did have UDK in kind of a broken set, and I think I had him in Relentless, but he was just dying too frequently, so I switched him over to Regen. You can see most of the stuff is at 12. I don't have enough silver to take it to 16 right now. I also put him in a perception set for a little bit of, speed and accuracy. His accuracy is 187. Ideally, it'd be over 200, but again, it sort of is what it is. And then Mausoleum Mage, I had in, I believe I had him in an immunity set, and God knows why. I mean, probably because I don't use him much, and I just wanted to try it out. I hadn't geared him in quite some time, um, so I switched him over to a stun set to try and get a little bit of that control that we were talking about, and he's in a divine speed set as well. Um, 45k on the HP, 20, 23, 2400 on attack and defense. 182 decent speed, not great. And again, 240 accuracy, so at least he can, land some things, I guess. For what it's worth, I guess he's got that decreased speed that he can land. Oh, oops, didn't mean to drop out of there. And then moving on to Dark Elaine. Haven't re-geared her in a very, very long time. You can see that, 5-star gear mostly, a lifesteal set, which does help keep her alive, and then a cruel set to ignore some defense and gain some attack, I guess. Got her about 4,500 on the attack, 2k on the defense, pretty squishy, really slow. Again, these are champions that I geared a long time ago before I valued speed nearly as much as you should. And then last but not least is Gorgorob. I got him a few months ago. It was good to have a reviver on the team, I guess. I have him in a bolster set, protect the team early on in the fights, and a perception set to give him some accuracy. Nothing too crazy, 47, 48k on the HP, and then just, I don't really care. He's not in there to do damage, so the goal with him is to keep him alive and use his A3 to revive everybody when they're dead. So that's pretty much it. As I said, I definitely am going to go back and revisit this so I can 3-star stage 21. But since I talked about it on the video last night, I figured I'd put out a quick video saying, hey, a little bit of progression took place tonight, and there you have it. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. If you're enjoying the videos, please like, subscribe, and comment on the videos. All of that helps us out a little bit. We're hoping to gain some subscribers over the next few months. Maybe hit our first 100 if we're lucky, and you guys appreciate what we're doing. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Hope we all have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon.